Well, this is some exciting news. I did not expect this today. I was just sitting around and I got an email from Analogue, and they're releasing essentially a turbo duo. This is a just called the Duo from Analogue. Looks like it has the CD unit and the HU port, just like the Turbo Duo. I'm pretty excited for this. And as you can see, as the back's flipping around, looks like you got an HDMI port, two USB ports, it looks like. And on the side, there's actually a port for the original controller. Or you can use one of the deals that you get for the oh, the 8-bit Do controller, which I have one down here. Let me grab it. You can use one of these, I believe, with the Duo, which these are nice. So I'm not sure if you gotta have the dongle connected to the back. I believe that's probably how it is. But yeah, I like how it has the front loading into the for the CD unit and also the HU port. I'm curious to know if it does like the what's the shark fin one? Is that the super turbo graphics or super PC engine? I forget the name of it, but yeah, pretty neat. I'm digging the black. I like the white too. So that is some exciting news that I'm looking forward to for 2021. This is going to be another one of those items that is going to be hard to get a hold of. So watch out for it. I already signed up to the emailing list. I can't wait. But yeah, let's see if we can't go down the page here because there's some more information that they announced. Right there, it shows you how it does the front loading. Can you name that CD? I can. I'll give you a minute. Okay, it's a Rondo of Blood, of course. Bomberman 94. Of course, you can run whatever games you want. It says it will do Japanese and the American released HU cards, the super turbo chips or whatever they called them for the. It's the same thing. The only difference is these little pins are different. So basically, if you're buying like a mod chip for your thing to make it region free, all it is doing is switching the pins because I've done the mod myself. You have to solder it into the pin connector so it flips the pins. So that's pretty neat, but you won't have to do that with this. I guess it's just going to be able to detect what you have, or maybe you got to tell it within the interface that's built into this thing what game you're trying to play, or it probably knows it already, I imagine. So digging that. Of course, CD games, any CD game would work in anything. There was no region protection on the Turbo Graphics, but on this, I'm sure they didn't bother with that anyhow. So, ooh, let's see. Yeah, here's where it shows the ports. If I can get it to go the right way. Come on, controller. I never understood that on the Steam controller. Why it wants like you're trying to scroll on a page and it's wanting you to go the other way. But yeah, that's where you plug in your original controller if you wish. Which that's kind of funky because I know a lot of people complain about the AV port being on the side of the Turbo Graphics. It never really bothered me or the Turbo Duo. They didn't like it because like it sticks out the side and it's not like in the back where you can just push the console into like a entertainment center or something and you wouldn't even see the cord on the side. So that's interesting that they chose to put it on the side. It looks like they got a headphone jack there too, along with the a pot to turn up the volume. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, that's See, maybe I should get the white, but I do like the black. But maybe I should get the white so it matches my controller. But yeah, I like that controller too. I think that's pretty sweet. I'm really hooked on the black. I think if I am lucky enough to pre-order one, I may get the black one. But let's see. And this is another announcement. While I was like looking at everything, and I'm super excited for this. They have the adapter. Come on, Paige. Work with me here. I think I could just do this. This will probably be easier to do. This is the adapter for the pocket, the analog pocket. They've announced that as well, that they're going to have HU cards. So essentially, this is going to be a Turbo Express, because it's perfectly emulated and everything, but it's going to have higher resolution, I imagine, with this new screen and everything. And the Turbo Express screen, you guys know what I think about that. I think it was awful. The original Turbo Express screen, terrible. You seen my video where I updated the caps on one, and you seen it on that. But I actually think the camera catches it better than like what you view it in person. But super excited for that. That one's going to run you $29.99 if you can be lucky enough to order one of the adapters, which I hope I can get my hands on one, because I mean, only people who own pockets are probably going to be after them, I would think, unless people just want to buy them just to, resell them, which let's not put that out there. I don't want people doing that, because I would like to get an adapter. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. A lot of news from Analog. Did not expect this stuff. Look at that. It's like, I guess so you can see the CD. That's the window. So you can see the CD spinning with inside the system. Sweet. Let's hope that disc rot is not a real thing. Because they're making new systems for old CD games. And let's hope that, like, the CDs continue to work as long as you take care of them. I haven't looked into it too much, but I have heard, how basically I've heard that any copy of Twin Snakes that you have for the GameCube doesn't work because of disc rot. I have a copy that I purchased from the store of the Twin Snakes. I've taken relatively good care of it. I think I've loaned it to a few people, so I'm not sure if they left it in the car in the hot sun or anything like that, and whatever causes this disc rot. They say it was the manufacturing process, and just about every copy of the Twin Snakes doesn't work. I'm going to try to put that to the test one of these days to see if my copy of the Twin Snakes still works. So that's the remake that was done on the GameCube for the original Metal Gear Solid. But it's a fun game. Wasn't crazy about all the cutscenes in it, but that's another story for another time. But supposedly they say that doesn't work, or just about every copy doesn't work. Yeah, but the system is going to run. Here's some more pictures of it. Available in two colors, US and Japanese. Nice. But that's going to run $200, $199.99, if you can get yourself a pre-order copy. It says 2021. Ooh, I like that though. I mean, I do like playing my stuff on CRT televisions, but that's pretty sweet that it will do HDMI. I believe that's all the ports that are on it. Let's check it out. Let's see. Here's the ports. It's like we got, I would say that is for power. Your micro USB here. There's a card port. Uh-oh. I'd say that's a flash card more likely. So, flash card. Means you probably be able to put some ROMs, I would imagine. I'm not too crazy about all that, but I guess it's nice. You don't have to get you a flash card or what they call it, a multi-cart. or whatever. It's basically just a flash card with a bunch of games on it with an interface to make you play. But if it's anything like the other analog NT, you'll probably have a jailbreak for it. Done by a certain somebody, I would imagine. Not myself, somebody else. The guy who designs the hardware for the Analog NT. I don't know if he does the hard or the firmware for this or not, but there's normally a firmware update that's like jailbroken. But yeah, if you're into that, it is nice. I'll probably do it on because I want to save my original save file for Final Fantasy. That's one thing that I'd like to do to make sure that it stays intact for years to come. And I don't have a way to rip that off there unless I jailbreak the Analog NT Noir that I'm going to be getting probably next month, hopefully. Two USBs. So is the USBs for your dongles? These little dongles. Are you going to have to use it with that? Let's see. You probably will have to use the dongles. Let's see. Two USB for wired controllers and accessories. Bluetooth 2.4. Oh, so it's got Bluetooth and two USB jacks. So it does have Bluetooth. So you won't have to have these, I imagine. I'm wondering now if this controller is even designed for that. Because is this just one of the dongle versions? So maybe they're making a Bluetooth version. So maybe the controller won't even work for that. So maybe I should just get the black one, which is the one that I'm liking the most right now. I mean, the form factor of this system is very reminiscent to the Turbo Duo with the little ridges along the edge like that. I like the way it looks. Definitely looking forward to this. But yeah, so everybody look out for the Analog Duo. I'm excited for it because the original Turbo Graphics Duo, it had a lot of issues with the capacitors that are in it. So I'm sure this one will be designed a lot better. I mean, it wasn't a design issue. It's just that they used lower quality parts to put into it. Or maybe it was just the way they designed those surface mount capacitors back in the days. They just leaked. Because the Nomad had that issue and the Game Gear really had that issue. So, and those were surface mount capacitors. So, could have been just a thing for the time. They didn't know how to properly make the surface mount capacitors. I mean, it could happen with brand new capacitors that you get today. I mean, after they get a little bit of age on them, I would say they could also deteriorate and start leaking as well. So, that's the thing. I mean, it happens. Some people like to install the through-hole capacitors on the surface mount, but I've seen those leak as well. So, once they get some age on them, they do leak too. So, this will probably be designed pretty nicely. I just don't want to make the man who designed the original Turbo Duo graphics or Turbo Graphics Duo, the NEC Duo, be upset with me because I do realize that it is a component issue from the time. I mean, capacitors just leak. I don't know if they're designed better nowadays where they don't leak as much, but I would say they still do because, I mean, essentially they're still, electrolyte, and everything else. So I would say they leak as well after some age. Anyhow, you didn't need to hear all that from me. So, but definitely excited about this. I just wanted to make a quick video saying how excited I am for it. Hope you're excited too. Probably would be if you're listening to me ramble on for 15 minutes like I have. So, yeah. Check it out. The Analog Duo. Very excited for that. All right, I'll see you around.